Hi everyone, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through a pigeon stretch. This is going to be really nice for opening up your hips and also decompressing the body. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up from a tabletop position. I'm going to bring my knees together here and I'm going to kick my shins out to the left side. I'm going to extend my left leg back so my right knee is pointing slightly outward and my right shin is coming across my midline. I'm keeping in mind to keep some pressure down through the top outside of my foot, maintaining my nice arch structure. And then I'm going to pull into this stretch. So I'm going to pull my hip back and reach some length back here up towards the sky as I shift back and maybe down to my forearms here if that feels comfortable for you. Just coming to a position where you feel a nice stretch into that hip and glute. From here, I'm going to lower my back knee for support and just find some deep breaths, finding some inhales and long exhales. Checking in with my right hip here, making sure there's no pain or pinching to the front side. If you do tend to feel that, you always have the option of elevating yourself up, creating more space into the front side of your hip here. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and lower down. I feel more of a stretch into my backside here, and so that's what we want you to feel when we come into this position. You always have the option of also going a little bit deeper. So if you want to pull in towards that front side, pulling the shoulder and arm down for a side bend, reaching across with the opposite arm and lowering your forehead to the mat. I'm keeping this somewhat active, so I'm keeping some pressure down through my front shin into the ground. And again, thinking of pulling length into the back space of this hip. Finding some nice inhales, long exhales so it can start to relax the tissue and allow it to open up. Again, I always have the option of elevating this and opening up a little more space to the front side. I can also play with making this a little more passive, just releasing tension. Or if I'm really more a bendy person, I want to keep this a little more active, so keeping some pressure down through that front shin into the ground. Once I've held this from anywhere about 1 to 2 minutes, then I'm going to go ahead and walk myself out and switch sides. And that is your pigeon stretch.